Morning everyone, how you doing? And welcome back to another trade recap. So looking forward to doing this recap as it's a pretty good example on risk management and the different types of risk management we can use with trading. I think I've said before that I just risk 1% on every single trade. Reason being that anything less, I almost find myself not respecting the trade enough and always being too aggressive. And anything more than that scares me. I don't like it, and it kind of like leaves no room for error. And you've seen in a couple of the trade recaps I've done so far, like they're not being the cleanest. There has been a bit of a psychological errors, you could say, um, which I'm not a robot. I like to think none of us are. It's good to kind of leave room for these mistakes, if you like, and also leave plenty of room for the probability to play out fully. You know what I mean? So 1% I like. Anyway, to the point that I actually risk 2% on this trade. And the only reason being is that I don't take this trade on my live account. I'm only taking it on the FTMO 100k challenge, and it's because it was our last day of the challenge and I was in the minus. So it's kind of like you got nothing to lose. Let's be more aggressive. And I just wanted to see if we can get us back in the plus, which means that we get another free retry. If you meet all the trading objectives, and even if you don't pass the profit target, but you're still in the plus, FTMO give you another free retry. So that's all I was aiming for here, and we did it, which was nice. So yeah, took a trade yesterday. It was kind of coming to the end of my London trading day, and it was our last day of our challenge, as I said. So this is aggressive. So I risked 2%, and the second it went over the line, I closed the trade. So we get another free retry now, which is lovely. But I'm still going to do the trade recap because it wasn't just like balls to the wall, just click the button anywhere. I still had the sort of trade idea set up and the edge, and I'll show you why I didn't take it on my live account, and but everything else fit the plan. So let's stop waffling. I sent this recap to my mate, or these recaps to my mates, and he just said, "Yeah, they're all right, mate, but just stop chatting so much shit." But I don't know. Hope this shit helps. Right, so we're gonna mark out the low of the 15-minute. It started on the daily, and basically, we're pro trend on the daily. Yeah, we just flipped this strong level of supply, which has been tested, failed, tested, failed, and broke through. We've been sweeping liquidity as well by doing so. Pro trend daily, short and sweet. Was it? Yeah, there, okay. 4 hour, again, pro swing structure on the 4 hour. I like this demand point of interest because you've got the flip inducement with flipped a substructure level of supply, which is still pretty strong though. It's like a strong substructure. And we've just been, this has been breaking levels of supply to the left there. Yeah, we got the inducement. This supply level here hasn't flipped anything, has it, to the left? If you look left, it hasn't really. There's a little bit of stuff going on here in the wicks, which I was kind of looking at in previous trades throughout the week. Basically this hasn't broken anything yet. Demand is still serving on the daily, on the 4 hour. We've had a good reaction on this point of interest here. You know what I mean? So again, it's aggressive, but fits the plan. Pro trend. 4 hour, 15-minute. Right. Here we go. So I do like these points of interest down here. This one's probably a little bit more aggressive because this level of supply hasn't really broken anything. But see this flip point of interest here. I like this one, and this is the inducement. Don't know why I'm talking about this, because this isn't the trade. But this level here, right, flipped that level of demand. Yeah, so it's kind of like that makes this a strong level of supply, right, which makes this a strong level of demand that flipped. Kind of just, this is a bit more order flow. This is, I think, the strongest down here. Yeah, swoopiness inducement. Up here it's becoming a bit more order flow demand. Okay, this is cleaner down here. So that's why I didn't take this on the live account. Okay, I want to be patient and wait out for down here. We got no time limit on the live account. You can trade it however long. But yeah, challenge. It was our last day. So if it doesn't come down here today, then we've missed out. So then I was looking at this point of interest here. Okay, and let's just get rid of this and that. So we have got a bit of demand order flow. This low here has created a supply to demand range flip. We have flipped a level of supply here, which has been tested, and then broken through. Yeah, although I think we're breaking through here just to mitigate this little badger up here. So it hasn't broken through real conviction, but this is still a strong-ish low. Okay, again, I'd rather it down here because this is just breaking substructure and it's order flow. This is higher time frame backed. Okay. Anyway, then we had the Asian market, which was here. Let's get these badges up, kick check. Are we observing from a point of interest that create a flip? Yes. Are we pro trend? Yes. Are we observing from a point of interest that causes a flip? Oh yeah, I think I was saying. What's going on here? Yeah, create a flip. Bit of it, as I said, it's a continuation. It's like an order flow from this, but do we have flip inducement? Yeah, on the 4 hour, just showed you. On the 15-minute high time frame. Don't really have it on the 15-minute. Well, we do. But again, I'm just not convinced how. Again, why I didn't take this on my live account. You know, this is the level of what I'm saying we flipped. Supply to demand range has just broken through, but not really great conviction. But this is the inducement. I'm going to talk like this trade is this week. Also, I didn't say we've swept liquidity because we haven't really. This I wouldn't say is liquidity. Too far away. Yeah. This is just mitigation order flow. There's not been any market manipulation sort of thing. Like this. If that was like down here, and then this swept, and then kind of went on to flip and break, then sweep. But we're kind of too far away. This is supply order flow from up here. This isn't creating liquidity to sweep to push. Can you see the difference? You kind of want it closer. See how this is a good example. That is liquidity, where you kind of got order flow, test, then it comes down, it kind of plays around here. See, it's not really supply order flow, it's kind of like creating lows for this to come down, sweep, mitigate, test, and break off. Okay, then it's got the fuel. No real liquidity here. So I couldn't tick that box. Excuse me. Gas myself out with the incense again. I always do this in the mornings. But yeah, created a flip. Got an inducement. Haven't swept liquidity. But if we get all our 1 minute entry models, Asian sweep, as I said, it was kind of push to shove time. Going to be aggressive. I'm going to double down the risk as well, risk 2%, and we're going to go for it. So 1 minute. Yeah, nice. And look, nice flip. You know, we got a pretty good chop. Tiny little chop. I'm just going to say that's the high there. If you want to be aggressive, it's actually that inside bar is the high there. But I'm just going to put it up here because that's also a nice flip. So he came down, tapped, mitigated, came back up to this level supply, came down. That's liquidity. See how it's close? It came up test, came back down, mitigated, swept liquidity, reaction again, pushed up. So we quite like that. That was nice. And again, this is why, I mean, people giggle at like going to the 5 seconds, but it's just more information. You know what I mean? That, if we saw this on a daily, okay, you see the point of interest there I like? If you saw this price action on a daily, you'd be like, oh, that's nice. Same on the 5 seconds. It's a little flip. Yeah, big buy to sell wicks. Came down, got tested, broke, swept, came back up. Get really aggressive, little inside bar in the 5 seconds. Treat yourself. But yeah, I just like this V shape, drop inducement, clip off, you know. So you could say, and in strong areas, you see these little badges get respected. 5 seconds, I don't go straight onto that little tiny candle. I cover the whole extremity as well. Yeah, badge gone. We have mitigated this, and again, let's see that V shape, come back down, inside bar, flips all this level, pushes down, so strong level of supply. We're going to cover the extremity though. Price comes back up, test, goes into the extremity. So this is like supply order flow, but failing to break the low. Fails to break the low, sweeps these little lows here, breaks through, drops inducement and goes. So I was also looking, I think I actually hit market execute for this gap here, because I wanted at least that little inside bar underneath this liquidity covered as well. So it's kind of like, as long as that's covered, and if we get like a reaction from here, we sweep. Did I want to cover this? Pretty good idea, but I saw that as the inducement. This is enough. Da, da, da. I understand now if we're watching these videos like within like April 23, which is when this trade was taken, I hadn't actually released content on showing the strategy into depth, into these entry models, sweeps, flips, and all that kind of good stuff. And this is just the journey of the trade recaps. I obviously will be going into this kind of stuff a lot more in depth in videos to come. To be honest with you, I'm just trying to get good at making content. Even now, hopefully this audio ball is coming through clearer because I turned the mic around. Dumbass, I've been doing it back to front this whole time. I thought I tested and adjusted it, but not right. So yeah, it's little things like that. You got to bear with me and we'll get the content coming out. Explaining these entry models, high time frame structure, flips, ranges, point of interests, liquidity, inducements, all that good stuff. But these videos are more, yeah, for the psychological journey of trying to make from 0 to 100k, which I think is important, more important than the strategy itself. It's like the psychological side of things. And I'm just getting this out there because I keep just learning as I go. And I'm in very, very much in the process of this. And I feel like there's little nuggets which I like to talk about myself and maybe help other people out there as well. Anyway, so I kind of had this lined up, wanted this covered. And yeah, we play around loads. Wow, we mitigated that first. So now I'm really not doing it with my live account either because we've got a bit of supply order flow. But this is like, look, breaking highs now, breaking a lot of levels of supply. I always forget I got this. Just my out. I'm going to cheat and just put my trade markings up. There we go. Yeah, so this was like a level of supply that flipped this level of demand, got tested, failed. This is the inducement, if you like, got tested and pushed up. You could kind of chase it here, but I thought I'm already chasing it enough on the 15-minute. And for this to go anything, I want some more inducement. And this started building some nice liquidity. I'm not going to chase on the 4-hour, which we already have, because we've already kind of reacted from the strong point of interest. We're chasing on the 15-minute of order flow, and I don't really want to chase on the 1 minute. I feel like if we've got to get any fuel for this move, we need 1 minute liquidity at least, which we build nicely. Oh, fucking hell. And yeah, so that was the one I was on about when the order flow, and as long as I wanted to cover this low, which we did, and I'm very glad I did, because as I said, believe it or not, John, yeah, so see this, let me just get rid of the green one. That was the gap I was willing. Once we got into this, I was like, right, I'm just going to hit market execute as long as this is covered, which is that little inside bar point of interest from this V shape. See this sweep of liquidity I'm on about? You know, it's just below it, comes down, sweep, orders, got the fuel, inducement, go. And that's what it mitigates. Mad, isn't it? It's all, if you saw that on a daily, sexy point of interest, all I'm saying is price action is fractal. And even though 5 seconds is a joke and it is fucking aggressive, but you got to bear in mind, I'm not doing this. You see this everywhere because it's just the rules of how the market moves. You know what I mean? It's always looking for fuel to sweep, orders to collect, to make their moves. Look, everywhere. But the trick is, if you see this kind of price action in your higher time frame setups, it's just extra confirmation. You know what I mean? It makes sense. So, on that note, I hit market execute around here. 519. I think I had it as like 520. No, I think I did have it at 519. I think we got filled. I can't remember now. Fuck knows. Stop loss 619. Oh, that's because I was kind of like following my stop loss up. Because, yeah, there was a little bit of, if it really pushed up, the second it went over 100, I just placed my stop loss there, so we're safe. And just in case it wanted to shoot to the moon and pass the challenge, then sweet. You know what I mean? I wasn't really looking for anything special. I locked in, got ourselves back into the plus, so we got another free retry. But I did it by moving my stop loss. I didn't do it by take profit. It was like literally the second it gave me the option to move my stop loss up and we're up into the plus, I moved it and it just took us out straight away. So no big deal. But the stop loss was for pip because I wanted to cover this low. This is execution. This was the low. Very glad we did because there's the low. And yeah, she moved off. I think she plays around a little bit. Obviously, as I said, I'm not set and take profits or anything here. I've got 2% on the table now. So we only hit 2.5 and that was enough to take us over the line. Look at that, it literally went just over. I locked us in and then she just took us straight out again. And I mean, you know, let's go through, it's just reading price action. You know what I mean? Again, look, come down, sweep this liquidity, test supply, break, test, push up, go. Still the same movement. Does that get mitigated? Down. This bit here sweeps this liquidity, mitigates, goes up, drops this inducement, breaks up, hence why it gets mitigated. I honestly haven't seen this bit. I know we come back in, and I know this low finally goes. Does it mitigate that? No. Okay. Where does it mitigate? Okay. Yeah, so I'm glad I didn't do my live account on this, because we would have done minimum 1 to 4 usually. But pro trend as well, this would have been 1 to 5, and that would have been obviously a loss. So good to be aggressive, double the percent down. I believe this goes because, yeah, what have we actually broken? Substructure supply. This is broken structural supply. Substructure, because it's just within this kind of big push here, so it's not really that strong, and it's just building internal liquidity to sweep. I like it down here because this level of supply is not a substructure, because this level of supply has broken this level of demand. Can you see the difference? Like this level of supply here, what we're playing as this is the flip, right? So this level, what's it broken? No level of demand that's broken anything, right? That's quite an important point. I get lost in that sometimes because it's hard to pick when it's broken substructure or actual structure, levels of supply or demand. But in this case, it's pretty clear where it's not broken any significant level of demand. Therefore, this level of supply is not strong. Therefore, the demand that breaks this weak level of supply is not strong. You know what I mean? So this internal liquidity gets ran, tap, get a bit of reaction from that. Again, this is like substructure because this is the level of supply that broke this level of demand, and I kind of want to see this liquidity swept first. Which is sweeps down here would be nice. Anyway, fuck with that. That was our trade. So again, an example of, you know, if you want to double down and risk double 2% and stuff, then go nuts. Everyone trade the way they want to do. This is where I'm saying, like, there are so many great strategies out there that can make great money from the market. You know what I mean? And depending on your comfort level of how much you want to risk, all that kind of stuff kind of defines on how much you'll make. My comfort level, as I said, is very much 1%. And the way I manage trades, I don't try and get like 1 to 10s and 1 to 15s and stuff, which I have tried to do in the past with risking less. I just like the 1 to 4s, 1 to 5s. Yeah, but I mean, this is the other option, you know what I mean? You could do 1 to 2s, but risk double. You know what I mean? Yeah. Again, this is another reason why I'm not just going to show the edge, you know? There's also all the psychological parts that come with it. Okay, anybody can trade this, but it's how much are you willing to risk back? I feel like there's more I wanted to say with more sense there. I kind of plan these waffles in my head in the mornings, and then I forget about I can't really say it that clearly. That's why please be patient with my. Yeah, I haven't put this down on my Excel because it's not the edge. You know what I mean? This was literally a challenge punt, shoot for the moon. So I haven't put this down as my probabilities or anything. Even though it's a win, it's not part of my Excel sheet. Where is it? Yeah, I'm not collecting this as data because this was a challenge punt. I haven't even put it under my wins. That is gone. Oh yeah, internet has been a bit weird in Bali recently. First time in fucking ages, and yeah, I was struggling to get onto the FTMO website. Wasn't allowing me, and I wanted to check on news releases. So what I've done now is when I am able to get on FTMO, instead of doing this daily, like checking for news releases that day, I'm actually marking up weeks news releases. These aren't even the restricted events. I just put high, like red news releases, just because you're expecting a bit of volatility. I even do New York ones as well. Even though I'm in bed by then, I'm not even trading now. I just mark out every single red news release now for the rest of the week, just in case internet goes down. We want to trade our live account, but if you can't get onto the FTMO website or Forex Factory either, it was weird. I don't know why it wasn't letting me onto these websites. You might blow your account because you're not aware of what news releases are on. So I'm just doing this like beginning of the week now. I'm marking out all the news releases to be aware of. Right, is that a long enough waffle? Definitely a long enough waffle. Yeah, cool. Okay, so live account is still in the minus, sadly. Yeah, not put on there, but we did get our aggressive FTMO free challenge back, which is nice, which is lovely. Fuck, I hope that makes sense. Maybe I shouldn't do these in the morning. Maybe I should. I don't know. I'm awake. Fuck it, never mind. Right, cheers, guys. Thanks for your patience. I hope this is helping, and I'll see you on the next recap. Cheers, bye.